morning. Howdy. This has been an amazing welcome to the Rellis campus. It's great to be joined by Chancellor Sharp for this important milestone in saving Texas history. The entire Alamo and the General Land Office staff extend our gratitude for your support for this amazing project. I want to begin by thanking everyone who contributed to funding this incredible restoration of these Alamo cannons. Like much of the support that the Alamo receives, the funding for the cannon restorations that we see today come from donations rather than from public taxpayer dollars. These generous donations made this project possible, and we are grateful for your contributions. Of course, I want to thank Jim Jobling and the rest of the talented team at the Conservation Research Laboratory. Jim and his staff have done excellent work in preserving these cannons so future Texans can see 1836 for themselves. Preserving our state's history is a core mission of the Texas General Land Office, and the conservatives here at A&M have joined 182 years of archival work maintained by your General Land Office. While managing the Alamo has only been the responsibility of the GLO since 2011, the agency has spent its entire existence to preserving important relics of the Texas Republic in the state of Texas. Over the last 4 years, the GLO has taken significant steps to improve the visitor experience at the Alamo. We've stabilized the iconic church facade. We've improved access to public facilities for all Americans, including the disabled. From landscaping upgrades to establishing a permanent camp for Alamo reenactors, no detail has been too small to address. Now we look to embark on the most important historic preservation project in Alamo history. As some of you may know, this month we kicked off the first steps on a $75 million preservation project. While the cannon restoration project was not part of that funding, today's unveiling is an important and key component to this mission, to the Long Barrack and to the original battleground site. What Texas A&M returns today to the people of Texas is a gift that truly will last for generations. And now Texans and the 1.5 million visitors that come to the grounds of the Alamo on an annual basis will get to see these artifacts up close and personal. When visitors are standing on that battleground, listening to a living history interpreter explain the origins of the cannon, their imaginations can transport them back to one of the most pivotal moments in Texas history. Our heritage will inspire us to live up to the character of Lozoya, of Crockett, of Travis, and of Bowie. My hope is that returning these cannons to the grounds of the Alamo will reignite a greater passion for its restoration. Texans are eager to recapture that original battlefield and to restore reverence to the place that 189 Texians and Tejano gave that full measure of life for the concept of liberty and of independence. We look forward to constructing a world-class museum that will house the Phil Collins collection of artifacts. And without a doubt, I would tell you today that this is the most important preservation project in our great country.
In Afghanistan, I would never compare anything to the Battle of the Alamo, but I know what it's like to go up against the odds when everything's been taken away from you and it seems like all hope is lost. But every time I'd stare down at that flag on my chest when I was laying on my back or when I was picking myself up off my belly, it just reminded me where I came from and what I was supposed to do. And I'm supposed to get up and keep going. And the greatest part of my life in this story is actually when I got transitioned out of the military, because they gave me back to you guys. I actually recovered, this is a little known fact, in the governor's mansion. All of my surgeries, the man that I am today was absolutely granted to me by y'all. I truly don't even have the vocabulary to express the love and gratitude I have for each and every one of you. It's a sacrifice that, because of what you've shown me and the life you've allowed me to have, I can't even explain it. Just know that for the rest of my life, I'll always be trying to pull my weight and do what I have to do to earn my place among you, me and my brother. As I progress through this and see things differently, especially when you have kids on the ground, you realize how special this place is. And it's because of the people that inhabit it and our traditions. One of my prized possessions, materialistic things, is my Gonzales flag. The original was lost in the battle. It was made up of the women's wedding dresses. My Gonzales flag is made from my wife's wedding dress and Lady Perry's inaugural dress. And then right below it, I have a mock cannon of the Gonzales cannon that was given to me by a family that grew up in Gonzales. And it's those little things that nostalgia's come a real major part of my life. When I have people come over, my favorite thing to do is to walk them into my office and show them all the Texas history. And they just eat that stuff up. Because no matter where you come from in this state and how you were raised, man, there's something about it. Anywhere and everywhere you go around this world, people ask you, like, where are you from? Everybody will say America, unless you're from Texas. And then they straight out, I'm from Texas.
Texans are very proud of this event, and we're pretty excited because in this process, there's always been a lot of speculation. Do we have the 18-pounder or a slightly smaller cannon in our possession? So, is this the 18-pounder or is it a 16-pounder? So, Pam, which is it? It's a 16-pounder. So, let's be clear. If you're facing those 21 cannons on March 6th, 1836, you would likely not differentiate the difference between 18 or 16 when these volleys were coming at you. This is a massive and powerful weapon.
This 16-pounder was recovered in 1908 during the constructions of the Gibbs building, which is on the northwest corner of the compound. It's the former site of Samuel A. Maverick, who himself was an Alamo defender. At this time, we are going to have a ceremony where the guns are being exchanged. Corps cadets at this time will be turning this cannon over to a detachment of Living History volunteers from the Alamo. Changing of the guard is a long-standing military tradition, and those who are selected to participate in those details, it's a position of honor.